Hasn't he, when it comes to diving? It actually had been shot there, unfortunately. They picked the wound out later.
Red card. But what
it was a fantastic match.
You don't get these matches in, you know, with all the quality of the Italian or the Spanish leagues. You don't get these matches there, do you?
Not for the faint-hearted. No quarter given at all. Just blood and thunder and right for the word go. Yeah. And, of course, there's a lot of mistakes and some funny. This is Stephen Taylor again. I don't know why we keep on featuring him, but watch this. One leg, the other leg, and back. Very, very difficult to do that under pressure. Great save from Harper. And then he misses it, comes up, hits him in the mush. And then he does it again. One leg, setting leg, back. I mean, he's got that down to a fine art, Lee.
Well, he has. And that added to the game. And I think this one, good header off the line here as he clears it.
Well, this is a Lee Dixon header, by the way. Watch the eyes here. Watch the eyes. Oh.
Very poor technique indeed.
And then there was tackles, and wow, what a tackle that was. Bissong on Jones.
There was a bit of the Super Bowl in that, wasn't it? They'll be watching that tonight.
There was. And Al, this is your mate Chopra.
Well, again, the two sends off there. The 2 feet were up, but a little bit of composure, and he's in there.
But what a fantastic football match. We enjoyed it. You said you didn't want it to end, didn't you?
You've got to give both teams credit. Sunderland played really well, and Newcastle, we were down and out, came right back into it and probably just deserved the point. OK, if you're at that game, you're probably just recovering. Let's have a look at yesterday's action. Before I do that, let me tell you that Shay Given has joined Manchester City. They're not saying what the fee is, but it was probably lots, I reckon. Anyway, yesterday's action now starting with the leaders at Old Trafford.
Cliche goes like this: title-winning form is winning games without being at your best. And it's also helpful if you go 12 games without conceding a single solitary goal. This game's only goal was a penalty just before half-time. Carrick will get more crudely tripped than this in his career and not get a penalty for it. But there you go. Ronaldo, as usual, looked as if he might attempt to step over as he came up to take the penalty, but in it went. And Van der Sar's march towards the league clean sheet record never looked in danger of failing. Martin O'Neill must be wondering how the Villa failed to score. Steve Bruce must be wondering how the Villa failed to score. If goalmouth scrambles float your boat, this was the match for you.
Milner will take it. Keeper's come. Didn't get there, and it's off the post, and it's cleared off the line. Milner swung in the free kick. It seemed to evade everybody, but it bounced back, hooked into the middle. Agbon Lahore with the header, cleared by Figueroa. Then Heskey blocked by Figueroa again, and the final clearance was by Titus Bramble. It's a free kick to Villa. Oh, and it's blocked on the line. In it comes again, and another one saved on the line. And Kirkland has punched it away. What a charmed life that Wigan goal led.
This made it 4 straight away defeats for Harry's boys, who once again contrived to throw it away at the death. Kevin Davies scored the winner after Spurs had come back to 2-2 from 2-0 down.
Tottenham have everybody back behind the ball. Grenier with the goal! Forward by Samuel. Grenier drops here for Davis! And Kevin Davis doubles Bolton's advantage! Lennon, who's got Chimbonda just to his right. It's Pascal Chimbonda. Pulled it back across goal and bent. Brings Tottenham back into this match. Chimbonda. Might fall for Palacios, away by Jääskeläinen, bent! Unbelievable! It's 2-2. 5 in Bolton White, inside the Tottenham penalty area, towards Kevin Davis! Joy unconfined at the Reebok Stadium.
It won't much console Tony Adams that Pompey did quite well in this one. They had their chances, because this made it 6 defeats in 7, as Fulham ended up winning at a canter.
Davis, Dempsey, suddenly a bit of urgency for Fulham. Flag stays down, Johnson in here and buries it. Andrew Johnson with his first shout of a chance today. Nevland is onside here. James thought about coming, then went back. Real chance here to settle it for Fulham. Nevland scores. Back in by Simon Davis. Nevland, 3! What a smart finish that was. Pennant to take, it's all too little too late, surely. Pennant floats it in, and headed in by Nugent.
Managing the world's richest club is only any fun if you win games. Otherwise, it's misery. £140 million worth of City players were upstaged by £3 million worth of James Beattie, in a match also featuring the most certain red card of the season. Rory Delap proving that he can kick as well as throw. Sean Wright-Phillips may get in trouble retrospectively for his little retaliatory kick back. And just before half-time, Beattie scored his second in as many games since joining from Sheffield United. Man City dominated the second half without creating much, apart from a lot of noise with their shouts for a penalty here. Not given. And that, to Stoke's delight, was that. After 6 straight defeats, Phil Brown might have been happy with a draw had his side not dominated a below-par West Brom, who equalised twice for a share of the points.
Ashby, flag stays down here, and Bernard Mendy has a free run in on goal. Mendy for Hull, around Carlton to score. Ricketts, cut out by Morrison. Morrison's got it again. Morrison's cutting through, and that's Simpson, and that's the equaliser out of nothing for West Brom. Marnie managed to find Mendy, and that's a cracker of a cross for Fagan. Wonderful Hull City goal. That's Robert Corran through for Fortune. Matt Duke with a good save. Corran goes for the follow-up and goes down. It's a penalty. Zayata off balance, recklessly dives in and catches Corran. Brunt keeps it down and fires it through Matt Duke.
Like most so-called genuine 6-pointers, this one yielded only 1 point apiece. Hardly a classic, but what Borough lacked in goal threat, they made up for at the other end in the shape of Brad Jones.
Two-guy spreads the play to Dunn. Still going, and still. Nice footwork from Dunn. David Dunn! Good save by Jones. Warnock. Chance for Roberts! Good save by Jones, and not for the first time either.
It was hugs all round at the Emirates, although Arsenal's position in the league is rather less cosy. The Gunners' need for reinforcements was plain as the Hammers extended their unbeaten run to 8.
Bent the far side, here comes Robert Green, not the best punch in the world. Toure! Oh, it's been cleared off the line virtually. Nasri will help it on. In the centre, Adebayor waits. Adebayor! Good cross by Sanya, but Adebayor couldn't profit.
Let's have a look at the table then. Man United's lead at the top of the Barclays Premier League is down to 2 points, which may or may not qualify this as squeaky bum time. We'll have to check on that with Sir Alex. The champions also have a game in hand over their rivals. Remember, the teams in 3rd, 4th and 5th all dropped points this weekend. In the bottom half, West Brom's mission to get off the bottom still hasn't achieved takeoff. Middlesbrough right down there too. Blackburn dumped in the relegation places by Stoke. 2 points now cover the bottom 7. We'll finish with too good, too bad. In the bleak midwinter, this fella at Anfield made us laugh. Not particularly enjoying himself. So did these rather lacklustre drummers at Bolton. Give it some hammer, lads. For heaven's sake, there's no point showing up otherwise. Joe Kinnear milking it, I'm afraid to say. They were 5th bottom this morning, showing up at St James's Park like a conquering hero who had a fist clench and a wave. That should be enough, really, but no, bit more. A kiss. What about them to your left, Joe? Go on, what about something for them? Yes, another kiss. Marvellous. It's 0-0, remember? They're yet to kick off. Oh, don't just go in, Joe. Give them another wave. Give the lad something. Yes, one more. And in he goes. Score 1-1. And the best bit of tactical instruction of the day, you look, my cheek. My cheek, on your back, that's your name. Just so you know. Explain that in full a little bit later. Oh, I like this. I really like this. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. Let's go over to Jake Humphrey now for Super Bowl 43.